A straight-3 engine, also known as an inline triple, or inline 3 abbreviated I3 or L3, is a reciprocating piston internal combustion engine with 3 cylinders arranged in a straight line or plane, side by side. Crankshaft angle. Straight-3 engines generally employ a crank angle of 120 degrees. This gives perfect first and second order balance on reciprocating mass, but an end-to-end rocking motion is induced because there is no symmetry in the piston velocities about the middle piston. The use of a balance shaft reduces this undesirable effect. An inline 3-cylinder engine with 180 degrees crankshaft can be found in early examples of the Leverdo Jota motorcycle made by Italian manufacturer Leverdo. In these engines, the outer pistons rise and fall together like a 360 degrees straight-2 engine. The inner cylinder is offset 180 degrees from the outer cylinders. In these engines, cylinder number 1 fires, then 180 degrees later cylinder number 2 fires, and then 180 degrees later cylinder number 3 fires. There is no power stroke on the final 180 degrees of rotation. This unusual crank angle came to be due to lack of proper tooling at the factory, which also made vertical twin engines that utilized a 180 degrees crankshaft. After 1982, this engine had the regular 120 degrees crank angle. Automobile use. The smallest inline 3/4-stroke automobile engine was the 543 cubic centimeters (33.1 cu) in Suzuki F5A, which was first used in the 1979 Suzuki Alto Fronte. The 1967 Suzuki Fronte featured a 256 cubic centimeters (15.6 cu) in 2-stroke I3 engine. Smart currently produces a diminutive 799 cubic centimeters (48.8 cu) in inline 3 diesel engine. Most inline 3 engines fall below 1.2 liters. A 1779 cubic centimeters (108.6 cu) in diesel engine was produced by VM Motori for the 1984 Alfa Romeo 33 1.8 TD, the largest inline 3 produced for automotive use. Detroit Diesel Series 71 and Series 53 engines were available in 3-cylinder form for trucks and farm tractors. Basic versions of the Suzuki Swift and its related badge-engineered versions used a 993 cc inline 3-cylinder engine, with single-point injection. The same engine was also used in the Suzuki Wagon R Plus, with multi-point injection. This was replaced from 2003, with an Opel-sourced 998 cc unit, with 4 valves per cylinder and variable length intake manifold, also used on the similar Opel Agila and the 3rd generation of the Opel Corsa, and later on the Suzuki Splash and the 5th generation of the Opel Corsa. The Opel models previously used a 973 cc engine, which was initially featured on the 2nd generation of the Opel Corsa. Some Daihatsu cars use straight-3 engines. The Charade and the Mira Quarry uses this engine type. 3-cylinder 1.0-liter diesel and turbodiesel engines were also offered in Daihatsu Charades. Korean cars Daewoo Tico, based on the 1988 Suzuki Alto, and later base versions of Daewoo Matiz also used inline 3 796 cubic centimeters (48.6 cu) in 41 horsepower, 31 kilowatts, 42 PS S-Tech petrol engine. The Volkswagen Group is known for using 3-cylinder petrol and diesel engines, in the Audi A2, Volkswagen Polo, Volkswagen Up, Volkswagen Fox, Volkswagen Lupo, Seat Ibiza, Seat Cordoba, Seat Me, Skoda Citigo and Skoda Fabia. These engines range from 1.2-liter petrol, with 4 valves per cylinder, that delivers 47 to 65 kilowatts, 64 to 88 PS, 63 to 87 bhp, to 1.4 TDI diesel, that delivers 51 to 66 kilowatts, 69 to 90 PS, 68 to 89 bhp, and has turbocharger with variable vane geometry. The most innovative three-cylinder engine the Volkswagen Group released was the 1.2 TDI diesel, launched in 1998. That was one of the first all-aluminium diesel engines and at the time of release was the lightest and most economic engine in production. It was used in the 3L versions from its diminutive fuel consumption of 3 liters per 100 kilometers or 94 miles per imperial gallon of the Audi A2 and the Volkswagen Lupo. Another three-cylinder engine is the 1.2 TDI diesel launched with the fifth generation of Volkswagen Polo in 2009, that uses common rail injection unlike the previous 1.2 TDI engine, which used unit injectors. Subaru used a straight-3 engine in the Subaru Justy, and the export version of the Subaru Sambar, called the Subaru Sumo, which had the Subaru F engine. Mitsubishi has made extensive use of three-cylinder engines, which have also been used in the Smart 4 since 2004 on the Mitsubishi Colt, and from 2012 on the Mitsubishi Mirage. A three-cylinder diesel engine was also used on the Mitsubishi Colt and the Smart 4. In the 1950s and 1960s, the Saab 93, Saab 95, Saab 96, and certain DKW automobiles were powered by inline three-cylinder, two-stroke engines. Also, the Wartburg automobiles manufactured in eastern Germany, and FSO Sirena manufactured in Poland, used this kind of engine. The first-generation Honda Insight 2000 to 2006 used a 1.0-liter inline-3 engine in conjunction with an electric motor in its hybrid system. The Toyota Peugeot Citroën Automobile (TPCA) joint venture is using a common 996 cc inline three-cylinder engine in models of the Aygo, 107 and C1 respectively, which is derived from Daihatsu. The same engine has been provided for the Toyota Passo, the Toyota Yaris, the Toyota Agya, the Toyota Belter, the Toyota IQ, and for the Daihatsu Boon, the Daihatsu Quarry, the Daihatsu Ayla and the Daihatsu Boon-based Subaru Justy. See Toyota KR engine. Nissan has developed a 1.2-liter three-cylinder version of their HR series of petrol engines, which is used since 2010 for the Nissan Micra, the Nissan Almera Thailand, and the Nissan Note. There is also a supercharged version, with direct injection and variable valve timing. The Hyundai Motor Group used a 1.5-liter three-cylinder diesel engine developed by VM Motori on the second generation of the Hyundai Accent, the Hyundai Getz and the Hyundai Matrix, and developed its own 1.1-liter three-cylinder diesel engine, part of their U-line, which has been used in the Kia Picanto and the Hyundai i10. Another 1.0-liter three-cylinder petrol engine, part of the Kappa series, has been used in the Hyundai i10 and the Hyundai HB20. Exclusively for the Indian market, the Chevrolet Beat is offered with a 1.0-liter (936 cc) three-cylinder diesel engine, called XSDE Extra Smart Diesel Engine. It was co-developed by GM Powertrain Torino and the GM Technical Center India, and uses the Fiat Multijet diesel technology. Ford started offering their new turbocharged 1.0-liter three-cylinder EcoBoost unit in the Focus from 2012, having never before built a regular production car engine with fewer than 4 cylinders. This new engine features several innovations, including the use of an unbalanced flywheel to shift the inherent three-cylinder imbalance to the horizontal plane where it is more easily managed by engine mounts, and so remove the need to use balancer shafts. In 2013, it was made available for the Fiesta. In 2015, Ford announced that this engine had been named International Engine of the Year Best Engine under 1.0-liter for the fourth consecutive year. Ford claimed at the time that 10 models in Europe could be equipped with the 1.0-liter EcoBoost engine, and that 1 in 5 all-new Ford vehicles sold in Europe in 2014 were equipped with the 1.0-liter unit, including almost 2 in 5 for Fiesta. In 2016, Ford announced that they would offer a 1.0-liter turbocharged three-cylinder EcoBoost engine with cylinder deactivation, claimed to be a world first for this feature in three-cylinder engines. In 2017, Ford announced that the next generation of Fiesta Street would use a turbocharged 1.5-liter three-cylinder EcoBoost engine, replacing a four-cylinder engine in this model. In September 2012, Renault introduced a new turbocharged 0.9-liter TCE engine, that is used in the fourth generation of the Renault Clio, the Renault Captur, and in the second generation of the Dacia Sandero and Dacia Logan. In October 2013, the PSA Peugeot Citroën Group inaugurated the production line of their new turbocharged three-cylinder 1.2-litre petrol engine, in Douvrin, France. The engine, branded EB Turbo PureTech, will be first fitted on the Citroën C4 and the Peugeot 308. In the first half of 2014, starting from 2014, the Opel Adam will be offered with a new turbocharged three-cylinder engine, mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. This engine, branded CIDI spark ignition direct injection, uses direct injection, continuously variable valve timing and has a lightweight aluminium cylinder block. The BMW B38 is a DOHC 1.5-litre three-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine. The B38 is the first use of BMW's modular engine strategy for gasoline and diesel engines, all using the same bore spacing, and all producible on the same assembly line equipment. This engine was first used in the 2013 BMW i8 and 2014 Mini hatch, replacing the previous four-cylinder engine in the Mini, and is intended for future front-wheel drive BMW products. Motorcycle use. For motorcycles, the inline three-cylinder engine is considered advantageous as it is narrower than an inline four and produces less vibration than a twin-cylinder vehicle. Four-stroke. Four-stroke straight-three motorcycle engines have been produced for both road and racing purposes by Aprilia, Levardo, Triumph, Yamaha, BMW, Benelli, Petronas, MV Agusta, and BSA. When BMW first moved to water-cooled engines, they first released the K100i4, closely followed by the K75 with a three-in-line engine. The K75 was very popular due to the lower weight and the good torque range provided by the three-cylinder engine. The Triumph Rocket 3 has a 2,294 cc (140.0 cu in) straight-three engine, and the company has produced a number of other transversely mounted straight-three engines, such as the water-cooled T500 9-speed triple, which was also the company's first fuel-injected machine, and 1,050 cc speed triple. Current production motorcycles with triple engines: MV Agusta F3 675, F3 800, Brutale 675, Brutale 800, Rivale 800, Stradale 800. Triumph Daytona 675, Street Triple, Speed Triple, Rocket 3, Tiger 800, Sport 1050, Explorer 1200, Trophy, Sprint. Yamaha MT-09, FZ-09, Yamaha XSR 900, Yamaha Tracer 900. Benelli, TNT 899, TNT 1130R, TNT 1130K, TNT 1130K Amazonas. Two-stroke. Following a comparative study at Osaka University's Faculty of Engineering, between inline and L-shaped motors, Kawasaki Motors decided to develop a range of high-performance, two-stroke straight-three engines. Between 1969 and 1978, the company produced air-cooled inline, triple engines with capacities of 250 cc, 350 cc, 400 cc, 500 cc, and 750 cc, and the H1R 500 cc and H2R or KR 750 cc racing models in both air-cooled and water-cooled forms. Between 1972 and 1977, Suzuki made 3 two-stroke straight-3 production runs, the air-cooled GT380 and GT550, and the water-cooled GT750 and TR750 racer based on it. Non-automotive use. Inline three-cylinder engines are not limited to propelling motor vehicles. They may also be used in general industrial applications. An example is the Fairbanks Morse 32E14 slow-speed diesel engine, which is shown coupled to a water pump. Agricultural use. Inline-3 engines are common in diesel-engined tractors, as well as other agricultural machinery. Nearly all manufacturers of diesel tractors have had models with three-cylinder engines. Perhaps the best-known example of any kind of three-cylinder diesel engine is the Perkins AD 3.152 that was used in Massey Ferguson 35 tractors, as well as in Fordson Dexter and several other tractors. This engine was also used for marine and stationary applications. Other manufacturers include Nuffield (BMC), Belinda Munktel, Volvo BM, International Harvester, John Deere, Deutz-Fahr, Kubota, Ford and many others. Aviation use. The Hewland AE75 is a 750 cc lightweight two-stroke inverted three-cylinder liquid-cooled aircraft engine that produced 75 bhp 56 kilowatts, manufactured in the mid-1980s by Hewland.